Hello there. Welcome to On the Beat, the podcast that uncovers full frontal male nudity in cinema. My name is Laura, and I am joined by my. You can just be my co-host today. I can't think of anything. Ryan. Ryan's here.
Yeah, I have a lust for life today, like many of the characters in this movie,
Oh dear,
who
you've got that teenage angst,
who hate everything
or
and
that
everything sucks.
post-high school angst, and
Yeah, well, just not being. I'm gonna sound fucked up on this recording because I'm still not particularly well.
he's got the ick.
Everything sucks. Nobody gives a fuck.
Work sucks, I know.
It's just one of those days.
Well, we're going to talk about the 1996 comedy drama Suburbia, directed by Richard Linklater. There's other Suburbia movies out there, but this is the 96 one.
Yeah, there's the 80s one, the Penelope's Theorist one. About about the punk guys.
Got a punk girl in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, like that stuff. Fuck Oliver Stone.
Fuck Howard Stern.
Yeah, Oliver Stone.
As
Silly
she
Billy.
says in her monologue. So this movie stars Giovanni Ribisi, Steve Zahn, AJ Naidoo, Samia Shoab, Nicky Katt, Dina Spivey, Parker Posey. Big cast of up-and-comers in the mid-90s.
Yeah. Steve Zahn. Yeah.
Steve Zahn, yeah.
Everyone could be a little more Steve Zahn
Really?
from this movie.
Really super annoying.
I don't think he's annoying.
What?
No, I don't think he's annoying.
I feel like he's just
Fucking
unmanageable.
That guy loves fucking life. And he's living it to the fullest. And the reason why he loves it so much is because of his kind of bone idle ignorance. But at the same time, I wish I could be more like Steve Zahn in this movie.
Wow, I look at Steve Zahn in this movie and I feel like he has quite a bit of darkness behind him that he is hiding behind jokes and silliness.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're gonna get into that because there's a lot of damaged individuals in this movie.
Tell me about Richard Linklater, because we have not done a Dickie Linklater movie before. This is our first one.
He's never been referred to as that ever. Like,
I'm the first.
Yeah, he probably just vommed a little bit in his mouth if he heard that. He's not listening. But
No.
no. If anyone's heard of Richard Linklater, he's an American filmmaker. Yeah.
You've never heard of him?
You've never heard of Richard Linklater? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Do you not like movies? Yeah, no. He's one of the top boys. Let's put it that way.
He's definitely a top American boy.
Yeah, he's a name.
I don't think he's done anything wrong either, so that's nice to have a guy who isn't.
What does that mean?
Canceled?
What does he mean? He hasn't been canceled.
I mean, most men are bad, so it's nice to see one that's not too bad yet.
Yeah, well, we're trying to hold the fort down, but what the fuck? Like, just calm down.
He's a vegetarian, you know?
He's a vegetarian?
Yeah.
Fuck is going on?
All right, tell me.
So yeah, his films cover suburban subculture, the passage of time. I would refer to Linklater as the king of the coming of age.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
And I guess like his stylings, it's a lot of philosophical musings, you know. I mean, Slacker's a really good example of that, where it's kind of basically a film about nothing that really talks about everything. So there is kind of that, and he's a massive influence to say like Kevin Smith and stuff, and you can see kind of the parallels between that, where it's kind of the ennui of like very simple, monotonous American subculture. So I read this. He said he was mainly inspired by his experience watching Raging Bull, and we all know who Raging Bull is, the 1980 Martin Scorsese movie with Robert De Niro. I don't know what it was, but his quote kind of was like he was interested in film, but then Raging Bull was kind of the thing where he was just like, oh, this is where it, you know, becomes more than just an interest. It becomes an obsession. But yeah, a lot of these other influences, very, very much a lot of French New Wave directors. I mean, Bresson, Romer, Truffaut. We've got other notable names here with von Steinberg, Dreyer, Yasujiro Ozu, you know, that sort of thing. And I mean, he went on to make a film about the new wave with someone who played Jean-Luc Godard and all sorts of things. It was called
Nouvelle
I
Vague.
think it was called Nouvelle Vague.
I watched that.
Yeah,
I think that's his most recent film.
it's a Netflix movie, right? It's on Netflix, yeah. So it's one of those. Okay, but yeah, in terms of films, I mean, I mentioned Slacker from 1990, kind of the seminal indie movie of that time. Dazed and Confused, 93, Before Sunrise, 95, Waking Life, 2001. I'm missing things out, obviously. I'm kind of knowing all the kind of big ones. Waking Life in 2001, School of Rock from 2003, Read Between the Lines, Scanner Darkly in 2006, Before Midnight in 2013, Boyhood, which was quite a big film for him in 2014, Hitman 2023, and there's a whole bunch of others. Only other notable thing I'd say, he has done some acting. He plays the I should have stayed at the bus stop guy in Slacker, but he also plays a voice of the tour bus driver in Beavis and Butthead Do America. Nice. So there is that. Yeah, there is parallels between, I'd say, like Linklater and like Mike Judge and stuff like that, where kind of what they are basically focused in on is very much a lampooning, a pastiche of what we'd refer to as American culture. Because his films hit a little bit differently for me now that I live here, and you kind of just see everything that he's seen ever since he's grown up, and you're like, oh, Burnfield is everywhere. So yeah.
I didn't pop out the synopsis, which is a group of suburban teenagers try to support each other through the difficult task of becoming adults. Sure.
Coming of age.
There you go.
The literal definition of coming of age.
The tagline makes the film seem so much cooler and sexier than it is.
I think they tried to do something with the marketing to try and make it because it's not, you say like it's a comedy drama, but it's not funny. It's kind of quirky.
It's quirky and dark.
Yeah. It's kind of super dark.
The tagline is six packs, sex, and supermarkets. It's not a supermarket. That's a corner store gas station.
Yeah, that is a corner store gas station.
But that is classic. I know that these guys have graduated, and they're all hanging outside of this kind of like shopping strip mall type of thing. There's a bunch of different little places that they're hanging out that are closed, except for the corner store gas station, which is open late, of course. But
it's probably open 24 hours for the most part.
There is something about, I don't know, high schoolers and people of that age. Like, I don't know if this is happening anymore, but it certainly happened when I was in high school. Everyone hung out at Wendy's. Everyone hung out at the Wendy's parking lot.
Okay.
At my high school. All the cool kids, they called it Club Wendy's. They would go to Wendy's.
Right.
And it was just like bombarded with 16, 17, 18-year-old kids after school.
Okay.
The parking lot was full of them.
Okay.
And they would just hang out in the freaking parking lot. I don't know. It's odd.
I mean, sometimes kids just don't have shit to do, I mean, we did things like that back home, not the same thing.
You don't have a Club Wendy's or a convenience store?
No, I mean, there was a garage that we went to frequently to, like, get a sweet or a bag of crisps or something. But then I remember some kids, I don't know if this was true or not, if it actually happened, but a couple of kids tried to hold the place up with a highlighter pen and got themselves arrested. So,
cool.
Yeah, not that cool. They kind of just totally fucked their lives. But yeah, it's a funny time, that period. Certainly, like after high school, where you're just like, what the fuck am I gonna do with myself? And you have to basically either go do more school and initiate some structure in your life, or basically be forced into doing something that maybe you're not 100% sure that you want to do, but it's something that is at least giving you some structure. So there is different characters here who are kind of in these transitional periods in their lives. Jeff, which is Giovanni Ribisi, he's kind of not doing anything other than complaining about the fact that he's not doing anything.
He's living in like a pop tent in his parents' garage.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is not hot at all.
No, I'm sure it sucks. But like, where is Burnfield?
It's an imaginary town. It's a made-up town, but they did film it in Texas. They filmed it in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, because he also did Slacker in Austin, Texas as well.
He's from Austin.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, no, so that'll be hot as fuck.
Yeah.
But I think obviously the correlation it's making is the fact is you don't know where Burnfield is because there are spots like this in every single big town in America somewhere.
Yeah, the name fits.
Yeah, aye. So, you know, you have all of these characters who are in these transitional periods in their lives, and they're literally trying to figure out exactly what it is, like what's their next step. So some of them are excited about the next step. Some of them aren't sure what that next step is. Some of them are just kind of going with the flow, like a Steve Zahn, for example. You know, and others have had fairly tragic things happen to them that they are actively dealing with, and they're not getting the support they probably need in order to combat these things that they're dealing with.
Yeah, it's not, I don't want to, I mean, this is very Gen X. I don't want to like pigeonhole Gen X necessarily, but it's like in this movie, these are these archetypes of these people, these suburban punk kids who like you're saying, they don't know what they want to do, but some of them want to make things better. Some just want to complain. They all kind of want to be artists in some way and express themselves, but they're not really.
Yeah, there's like varying degrees of idealism. Jeff is kind of the counter idealist, where it's kind of just like, this doesn't fucking matter, and it's like, but dude, you have a creative outlet that you can do, but you spend all your time. I mean, I kind of related a little bit more to Jeff because of the exact same way that I behave, in that I have an outlet that I just refuse to do sometimes and calms me when I do it. But at the same time, it doesn't prevent me from fucking complaining about every single little thing all the time. So, yes. But he's obviously a very smart guy who's he's trying to find that thing, and it's just not working. And he seems very easily influenced in one way or another.
Well, he also sees when people around him are successful, it pisses him off. And he wants to rebel. And he's like rebelling against these other people who are like trying to do things with his life. Like his girlfriend or Pony, the rock star who he went to high school with.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's this very, I don't know, classic mid-90s.
Yeah.
If the film seemed like a play at all, it's because it was a play of the same name, written by Eric Bogosian from 1994.
Yeah.
Who I was like, oh, who's this playwright? And then I'm like, that's the dude from Talk Radio. Oh, he wrote that as a play too. And then he starred in the film. He's in a ton of other things, but I remember really being into Talk Radio for some reason.
Okay.
At a time in my life. That dude's awesome. Steve Zahn and Samia Shoab are the only two people from the original stage production who got roles in the film, but Richard Linklater and Bogosian worked on the script together.
Okay.
But, you know, Bogosian wanted more people from the stage production to be in the film, but he didn't have control over that. When Giovanni Ribisi auditioned for the role initially, they denied him. Like, he went in and auditioned, they said no, and then he went to his agent and he said, the audition isn't over until you say it's over. So he was calling them, begging them for another audition, and they're like, well, I guess you can come back in. You know, they didn't send tapes back then or anything.
Right.
So they're like, you can come back in, but we're in New York. So he emptied out his bank account, borrowed the rest of the money from his mother to buy a ticket to New York, and he stayed up all night, was like pacing in the plane, working on the scene, and then he got it after the second audition.
Okay.
He said he walked in and Norman Reedus was also in the room.
Wow.
To read for the part.
Okay.
And in the audition, he thinks that this is part of why he got it, but part of the audition was his monologue, which is the dick scene of this film.
Yeah.
And he had, in that scene, you drop trow. And in the audition, he did the whole thing. Like, he took his pants off, did the whole monologue, and he's like, I think I got it because Norman Reedus didn't take his pants off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when Jeff isn't afraid anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
When did Home Alone come out?
Fucking, what, 80 something?
No.
Or is it 92?
Oh my God, like
92,
1990.
maybe? Oh.
So
yeah.
he's out there going, I'm not afraid anymore. He'd seen Home Alone.
Well, Laura, a lot of people had seen Home Alone by the time 96 rolled round. I mean, Christ.
I mean, there's a joke in Mr. Show about, like, basically, I think it was like people having this certain type of disease, and then they write really stupid movies, and it was like, oh God, this is a terrible explanation of this really funny skit.
Yeah, you're really hammering it home.
Oh God. Anyway, the person who wrote Home Alone, you know, everyone said it was good because he had a disease, and they didn't want to make him feel bad. Anyway.
What, John Hughes?
Yeah. I'm probably mixing that way the fuck up, but whatever. But yeah, like you were saying, you know, the script is like a self-deprecating scorn for artists, right? And you have these long performance monologues.
Yeah.
Steve Zahn thinking he's a video artist because he filmed a cloud one time. Pony.
Here's the thing: they all start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere.
And at least he has the positivity in his work that will propel him, and it does for the most part. Like, he shows an enthusiasm for what he does that a lot of the other characters in the movie lack.
I guess you're right. I just found him incredibly annoying, but he's so good at that.
Well, the thing is that, you know, we're probably going to be very similarly placed in terms of how we felt about the film. Because for one reason, I mean, one thing or not, like, it's a little long.
It's incredibly long.
And it gets to its point in a rather labored way. And it just feels like it's just too much chatter. Because really, it takes place over the course of one night, into a morning, into the next night. And that's kind of like where there's the penultimate kind of moment of the end of the movie where, you find where Jeff is kind of just left on his own to kind of pick up the pieces of whatever he's done from the night before. And I can't remember the guy's name, who's the guy who was the ex-serviceman.
Tim.
Because he is fucking crazy. Like he is just unhinged, and his path is set basically.
He's in trouble. He's a mental case. He needs help, and he's going on about how he's was discharged from the army, but he was discharged because he like cut off a tiny piece of his finger cutting lettuce.
Yeah.
He had kitchen
stupid.
duty. He didn't go into any active military service or anything.
No.
He was just in the kitchen.
Talking about like, I could have ate the monkey brains, but I didn't have the money. It's like, okay.
Yeah. And then acting like how he beat someone up or killed that girl. He didn't.
Basically
he
trying
wants to be tougher than he is.
He wants to look tough. But yeah, I mean, he's just completely unhinged for the most part. But he's one of the truest characters in the film, though, for the most part. Like, the way that he's viewing the world. Unfortunately, his view is that he kind of sees the only answer being nothing but, total anarchy.
He's also a horrible racist.
Yeah, there is also the underlying racism that's going on in here. And they all partake in it.
Yeah, it's
because
ridiculous.
This is, as much as we say, like, this is a diverse group, this is a diverse group of young white Americans. The only diversity here is that some are slightly taller, and some are girls, and some are guys. Like, that's basically kind of it.
I think that's where this comes in, and I'm sure that this is a message in the film where you have, like, these kids that are searching for themselves in, middle America. They're searching for the American dream, right?
Yeah.
And then you have these people who own this convenience shop and gas station, like, who are literally living the American dream.
Yeah.
But they're not them.
No, No. So I do feel like there's a sense of jealousy there. That's another science set, like another part of the story. You have like Nazir and his I guess his betrothed, his wife to be or whatever. Who obviously own this gas station, and he's studying to become an engineer, and he's like, I'm doing all this effort. What are you guys doing other than just standing on my corner, causing problems? So that for him is like a daily occurrence.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fucking tortured existence. That just sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Dealing with the youths.
Oh God, man,
They're like climbing all over your building, pissing on your building.
That would drive me crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it would just be like, yeah, and it's just this fucking secular thing where it's just kind of like, why the fuck can't these kids get their shit together so I don't have to deal with it? And it's, there's a lot of, it's not like do the right thing levels of like, oh no, shit's going to start bubbling over, but it's kind of similar.
I mean, it starts to.
It does start to bubble over.
She gets the gun out.
She does get the gun out. Let's just say she does kind of overreact a little bit, pointing guns at some kids. That's kind of crazy. To the point where Tim brings a gun as well to basically counter that.
What's that difference in like how we look at things? If we had watched this much younger, in our rebellious days, and be like, yeah, why don't they just like fucking leave them alone? They're just hanging out. They're just hanging out eating pizza off the ground, And now I'm like, these are business owners. Like they have to conduct their work. Leave them alone.
I couldn't deal with it.
No.
Like, I would go fucking, like, I'd be like her. Like, I would just lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like, it's just fucking crazy.
This is our corner. It's like, oh, whatever. There's also a part in the movie where they say something about how, 50 years from now, other people will be standing in this corner and no one will remember who we are. And it's just like, oh, yeah. I hope no one's standing there. Let these people work.
Yeah, just let them work. But there's like, it pertains to like an aspect, because this is something that you see in quite a few movies, like American movies of this type that kind of cover this culture, right? Is that there's a stoop that people hang out on, and it's where they hang out all the fucking time, whether you're annoying the business owner or if you're annoying your neighbors. Like that's something of the culture that I see quite prevalently, is that you just need somewhere to be. You just need somewhere to be able to go so you can do your thing. And if you bother people, I mean, Christ, we did it at home all the time. Used to build like ramps and stuff on the cycle path just across the way from my house, so we could, like, when we were inline skating, we could like ramp off of it.
Well, yeah.
And it was a major inconvenience for everybody who was trying to, do whatever they were going to do.
Our penis scene in this film, we're kind of like ponying, so to speak, off of our last episode, which also had Giovanni Ribisi in it.
Yeah.
And Pony being the rock star in this film. So this happens at an hour, 19 minutes, and 45 seconds into this film, where it's been ramping up to where you've got Pony, who is the semi-rock star that they went to high school with. Jeff is super jealous of him, and his girlfriend she's not like necessarily starstruck or anything. It's just that they're friends and she's hanging out with him and he's offering to help the girlfriend.
Well, she sees him as like, because she obviously likes Jeff, but Pony is the epitome of someone who followed through with their talents and is actually using their talents and has become successful doing that. And she's a very positive person. But she's also, she's incredibly, like, because her monologue, like it's it's like a vagina monologue. She's very pro women, and very positive, and fuck the patriarchy.
Her monologue is pretty false. Like, it's just like picking up on every single important issue that the world has, and it's like, and he even points it out to her. Where she's like, I'm against racism. And he's like, do you even know any black people? Yeah. And it's like, she is being an archetype.
If anything, Jeff is very good at dismantling falsehoods and falsities that people exude.
But I could see why he would want to be around her, because she does have drive and she is positive, and Pony is a lifeline potentially
Yeah.
to get her out of this, negativity in this town,
Yeah.
So this is post that, and we have BB, who is a sad nurse, or a sad nurse's aide.
Yeah, the what I refer to as the one innocent party in this entire film.
She's been in rehab. She's been in recovery. She's trying not to drink.
She's the one person who's actively helping people and trying to bring a bit of positivity into the world. And she's the one that needs the help the most.
Yes.
And she's just tortured. And she's been obviously mishandled by her parents, and it's completely screwed her up. And she's the tragic innocent party in this movie.
Yeah, she's got a bottle of whiskey. She's trying not to drink. She's sad. She's sitting on the side of a building, and Jeff walks up, and he's he knows that she's not drinking, so he starts drinking the whiskey, and he's just pontificating.
Yeah.
After seeing his successful friend, going on his monologue about how Pony's not free because he's always stuck in a limo and he has to do what everyone has to tell him to do.
Yeah.
But I'm free. I'm free, and I'm going to get naked. And so he just gets drunk and starts taking his clothes off in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And going on and on about his monologue.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. He just takes all of his clothes off. It's in a big wide shot, and he's screaming about, I'm not afraid. I don't even need a future.
Yep.
Fuck fear. And yeah, he's just spinning around in a parking lot, and his friend Tim is on the roof of the building, clapping and applauding his nudity.
Yeah.
He's free man. Look at him. I can do whatever I want. He can knock all of his teeth out. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is kind of stupid. But
it's
yeah,
go for it, man. Yeah, hell yeah.
It's all within the framework of what the film's overall message is that kind of like everything matters, but then kind of nothing matters at the same time. It's kind of it's this weird transitional period of like kids who say stupid things to, hold on, those stupid things I don't fully support or understand anymore as I'm beginning to mature. So
yeah, I mean it's a good scene, like it's I don't know.
The writing's solid. Like
absolutely.
Everything that happens in the movie is solid. The only issue is that it's just a little too long. It's just too much of it.
It's not even 2 hours, but it feels.
It's 121 minutes.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, so
1 minute over.
Yeah, it's definitely 2 hours long.
Yeah, you could have cut out a good 20 to 30 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, truncate it just
still
slightly.
Be good. It would still be better. There were other endings shot to the movie. Bogosian worked with Linklater on some of them, and basically they were trying to find the last words of the screenplay or the film. And there was a question about whether to focus on, like, whether they should focus back to Jeff and his life and his future. So they wrote a scene that took place outside of the hospital, where BB had been taken. And then there was a scene that took place between Suze and Jeff. And it was like, okay, so what happens now? What's next? And that scene was like shot, but it didn't work. So they just stuck with the ending that they had. It's the same ending that's in the play. It's just an abrupt end of the film.
Mm-hmm.
So, where you're just like, I don't know what's going to happen to these kids. They're a mess. The kids aren't all right.
No, but some of them are going to be okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I'm sure
Steve Zahn's going to be the most successful one out of everybody.
Probably. Yeah, probably. But also, like, Jeff's future isn't particularly written. Like, he's coming to terms with it all. And I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. Because Tim's going to do Tim. Tim's going to do his Tim thing. He's going to end up in prison, probably. Like, that's just going to be it. Like, he's just on a tear. But I'm sure everything will be okay. You have to focus on the fact that, like, that that BB just ends up being the innocent party, and all she's doing is just trying her best to keep it all together, and she just isn't able to. So
Yeah.
it's a shame. But no, I mean, there's obviously an image of Steve Zahn carrying a gnome who's also pushing a wheelbarrow. I mean, there's also that image.
I put that on our Instagram.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I did like that. I mean, that's classic high school. I used to do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've got garden decorations? I'm taking this and I'm going to put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, for why? I don't know. But then I also grew up in a jackass age where I would go up to a mall parking structure and push shopping carts off the top of it because it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, don't do what you say on what you see on TV. And then I'm like, ooh, jackass.
Well, we all did dumbass shit before.
You know.
So. Mm-hmm.
The film was shot in 22 days, 2 cameras. They would do like 4 takes each. Ripped through that bad boy. AJ Naidu was nominated for Best Supporting Male at the Independent Spirit Awards, but did not win. Jason Lee won for Chasing Amy.
Yeah.
That year.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good in that movie.
Yeah.
To be fair. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Have
I talked about Chasing Amy on this podcast before? About how when I first moved back to Florida when I was a teenager, and in Oklahoma where I grew up, the library didn't rent films out. We just had books and CDs and stuff. And when I moved to Florida, there were movies you could rent for free at the library. And I was insane. I was at the video store every single week so I could have, there's more movies, right? So I could go to the video store and I could go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember Chasing Amy I got from the library, and my father was like, oh, is there anything good that you got? Like, and I was like, oh, this one's pretty good. And I let him take Chasing Amy, and he and his buddies at work, when it was slow, would watch movies at work. So he put on Chasing Amy for him and all of his buddies at work. And I got in so much trouble. Like a teenager, I got in so much trouble because he had his friends watch some gay shit. He said something like that. And I was like, what? I'm like, it was funny. Like, it's a good movie. And he was mad because it was gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah. I can imagine that at his fucking work. Like, all of
Bill, what'd you bring the gay shit in here for? I'm like,
mechanics buddies, like, and they're just sitting around.
All his union pals.
Well, I just imagine the image I see is they're all just in a hangar.
Yeah.
And there's like a TV on wheels that they just bring in, and it's just Chasing Amy playing on there.
They had a popcorn machine and
And
stuff.
they're just like, what the fuck is this shit?
Bill can't bring movies in anymore.
Bill, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Yeah, no, I guess
they had all the airplane snacks too. If there was like snacks left.
Yeah, because they're opening little bags of nuts and shit. Yeah, because they're just pilfering out of the whatever you call them, the fucking aisle cart. The drinks cart.
Okay, so let's get into our ratings.
Yeah.
In terms of visibility and context, for me, I'm going with a big fat 5. I thought it was the most interesting part of the movie. I liked it very much. It's just like this guy is desperately trying to separate himself from Pony, right? And he's got this successful friend, and he just wants, and even BB, while they're sitting together, she's like, he has everything, literally, and you have nothing, she says to Jeff. And I mean, that is rough. And he's like, well, and just trying to create this separateness and trying to create this thing where he's like, I'm free, I'm better than him, despite him seemingly having it all. Yeah. I have it all because I have nothing. Yeah. Look at me. I'm a free little bird. I'm not afraid. And he shows that and tells it. And that's a pretty good part. And I think that in terms of the movie, I'm going to give it a 3. I'm just going through it all because it's a little long. And honestly, that's my only problem with it. It's just a little long. And it is hard when you have a movie that looks like it's marketed in this such as like cool, like punk way, and it's just like this fucking dark, kind of sad movie. It's a little hard because that's not what you think you're getting into. Like this played on the Criterion Channel. They had a like 90s retrospective of like all these cool 90s movies. And I was like, oh yeah, Suburbia.
Yeah.
Like Clerks, like Slackers, like, you know, what's that one where you've got those punks in like Wisconsin or something? SLC Punk.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's like that
because the way it looks, you're like,
but SLC
is
Punk
like
is actually really fucking sad too.
that Waiting movie with Justin Long and fucking Ryan Reynolds and shit. Because they all look the same to me. Like the way they do the marketing, the posters and stuff like that. It's like, this is something you're going to enjoy, you know?
That was in 2005. That's like Attitude Era shit.
Yeah, okay.
Like, look at my balls. It's like the era of everyone looking at their balls.
Yeah. It's like, look at these 2000s. Balls, bro. You staring at my balls? Here's my balls. You want to see my
American
balls?
Pie, but that was probably like 99 or something. But
yeah,
like American Pie is like bringing in the ball era.
Yeah.
Scrotes.
Bringing in the nuts.
Anyway.
These nuts, yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Or barely alive. As
what a time to be barely alive.
Yeah.
All right, go on. Visibility and context.
I'll give it. Well, the visibility is a 5 because you see everything. Contextual wise, yeah, I mean, I would give it like say a 4.5 or something. It's probably all about 4.5 for me in terms of like what we're seeing, what we're getting. In terms of the film, yeah, just because it is a little bit too long, I did give it a 3 originally, but then I do like the ending and I do like the way when I kind of start to understand certain aspects of it, that I would kind of jump it up to a 3.5. I think a 3 is fine for it. It's just a little too. It's a little too long, and it just takes its time to get to the point. But I do like all the characters, and I don't have the disdain that you have for Steve Zahn in this movie.
He's just annoying.
He could be someone's fucking spirit animal. I wish I had a friend like that who was a fucking nutcase and did goofy shit all the time. And I'm pretty sure I probably did have someone like that in my life, but yeah, I feel like there's someone, you should have someone in your life who just doesn't take things too seriously, and he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
So, always makes a joke out of something. So,
It's a bit tiring.
Yeah, I mean, tiring now. Like, if we had to deal with it now, I'd be like, no, Steve, sit down. Like, I'm not.
You're not invited.
I'm like, nah, dude, come on. Like, that's way too much.
Can't come to this party because he's gonna like hump something or like break something,
or he's gonna spill his drink. Like, even just anything, or even like
he's gonna steal the dog.
Yeah, or he's gonna put a drink down without using a coaster. Like, it's gonna cause a problem. Like, he's going to leave crumbs everywhere. Dog's going to start eating those crumbs. I'll be like, dude, stop
Chinese food with his
giving
fingers.
food to the dog. He's going to give him diarrhea. Stop it, Steve. And he's just like, It's just too much, Steve. Put it down.
Wow.
Put down this pizza slice. He fucking puts a pizza slice down on the fucking rug. I'd go ape shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go fucking ape shit.
Well, goodness. Thank you for joining me. In this very Linklater deconstruction of suburban ennui and teen angst.
Yeah.
It's been quite a journey. Make sure to rate and review us on anywhere that you listen to podcasts and be nice because it's a cruel world out there. And you can find us on Instagram at On The Beat, BITTE. We also have a website. It's the same. It's a .com. And
it's not nice to shit on someone's hobby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is a hobby because we don't get paid.
Because this shit is fucking free.
Yeah.
We try and enjoy this.
We try.
Yeah, we try and enjoy it.
This is my life's work.
Well, that was like one of those comments that we had recently. It was just like, what's this gay shit? It's like, well, go find the not so gay shit somewhere else.
Someone called this gay shit? That's
they
awesome.
Did, yeah.
I wish it was more gay.
Well, it was like emphasized by a profile picture of someone playing golf.
Wow. Coming to you from the stoop of a dry cleaner's shop in the middle of the night.
Yeah. We're all hanging next to a trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put my pizza on the ground, and I'm wearing rollerblades.
Yeah, he's playing hockey and shit.
I have been Laura.
Oh, Ryan.
Thank you, Giovanni Ribisi. Big fan.
Ribis.
Ribis? What?